everybody, from myself and Omar Khalil, our partner from Skills Challenge Entertainment. The reason we're here today, of course, to officially announce the epic World Heavyweight Blockbuster event between Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua, December 7th in Diriyah, Saudi Arabia. We remember, of course, June the 1st. I'd like to say what a night, but not really a night that we're going to remember too fondly, but a huge night for the heavyweight division. We saw Anthony Joshua, who has long been the man in the heavyweight division, be dethroned by a fantastic Andy Ruiz in a great fight at the sold-out Madison Square Gardens, live on Sky Sports Box Office and DAZN. It was a night that really turned the heavyweight industry on its head. And now we look forward to, in my opinion, the fight of the year, the fight of the division, the biggest fight out there, the heavyweight rematch between Joshua and Ruiz. There was a lot of talk about where this fight would be held. Would it be back at Madison Square Garden? Would it be at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff? We had approaches from Saudi Arabia, from Dubai, from Qatar, from Abu Dhabi. And there's been numerous conversations in the past about staging events in that region. For us, we really wanted to go somewhere who believed in the sport of boxing, that had a vision. I was lucky enough to attend, because I believe a lot of you were in this room, the World Boxing Super Series, where the final was held in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. It was a fantastic event, not just because of the logistical setup, but because of the vibrancy of the crowd, the interest in the sport of boxing. And of course, recently they staged another fight with Amir Khan. So we already knew that Saudi Arabia was for real. We already knew they were investing in the sport of boxing, and that was something very important to us. We have to realise that there is another world out there outside of Cardiff and Madison Square Garden. And we have an obligation to grow the sport of boxing to new areas, to new regions. And for me, this event could change boxing forever. Because if Saudi Arabia are going to invest in these kind of fights, with the population that they have, with the potential to grow the sport of boxing, you could be seeing a big change in the dynamics of the sport. And that's something that really, truly excites me. So for us, when we realised Saudi Arabia was serious about the sport of boxing, we then looked into the logistical side. And quite frankly, that blew our mind as well. In fact, we just finished a meeting upstairs where we're talking about the design of the new open-air stadium for this fight. Already talking about 12,000, but probably judging by the response, might need 15 or 16,000 as well in this stadium. And look at the events, look at the organisations that have been there before us. Many of these we spoke to in preparation for this announcement and this event. Formula One with the Formula E, of course, the European Golf Tour, the Italian Super Cup, the World Boxing Super Series, the WWE. Everybody has enjoyed that experience from an event perspective, from a fan perspective, but from a logistical experience as well. And that's very important for us and our team. In terms of location for British fight fans, well, if you're on your sofa, good news, around a 9:30 first bell on Saturday, December 7th. And if you're making a trip, which is so much more easier than social media will tell you, and Omar will comment on that shortly, it's going to be an incredible experience for fight fans as well. Events, music festivals around the actual boxing event itself, and of course a fight and an undercard that really will blow you away. And I think that this is such a huge occasion for boxing, an iconic moment for boxing, and with the response that we've seen, mainly good, some negative, I guarantee you, with curiosity, the whole world will be watching this fight on December 7th, and I know that Saudi Arabia will be doing everything they can to make sure that this is an event that takes your breath away. So I'm going to pass over to Omar now to say a few words, and we're going to have some questions as well between us.
Thank you, Eddie. Delighted to be here. Since the Kingdom embarked the Vision 2030, Saudi Arabia has been very focused on enhancing the life quality of people and their overall health well-being. And sports, art, and culture and entertainment have been playing a major role in this. As you mentioned, we've hosted in the past 2 years 5 of the biggest international events, naming some the Formula E, the WWE Royal Rumble, the Italian Super Cup, the European Golf Tour, and the World Series Super Boxing Series. And we can show you right now an example of actually how the event, just a glimpse of the flavor of what we had. Could you please show the video, please? So this was the Formula E last year, and it was held in the same venue. The venue was going to be in Diriyah. Diriyah was founded in 1446, and it was the original home of the Al Saud family. Today, it's a UNESCO heritage site. It's a couple of minutes away from Riyadh, and it's a breathtaking venue.
I believe that concert was either David Guetta, was it? I mean,
You
not,
bet.
not the general perception of what an event in Saudi might be like.
Not at all. It is David Guetta. That's true. And there was a lot of other artists as well on the lineup.
Obviously, from a fan's perspective, talk a little bit about the access for the fans. Again, the perception is sometimes the difficulty of getting into Saudi Arabia to watch these events, but actually reality, very different.
Well, first of all, upon purchasing a ticket online, you'll be, by default, issued a visa that gives you validity of 30 days to the kingdom after the event. So visitors are welcome to roam the country and do their sightseeing. From ticket point of view, it's very affordable. And flying into Saudi, both airlines, British Airways and Saudi Airlines, fly daily direct into Riyadh. It's a 5.5 hour flight. Weather-wise, it's the best time to visit Saudi in December. Temperature doesn't go above 20 and doesn't go below 10. So it should be a breathtaking outdoor venue.
And obviously, about the population, you know, your experiences with the World Boxing Super Series, the response from the Saudi people has been incredible. And also, like I said, a massive opportunity to grow the sport of boxing to a huge population.
Eddie, let me tell you this. We're a demography of 40 million people. 70% are below 24 years old. So the appetite for such events is huge. And this event is only a continuation to the plan that Saudi Arabia is working on to enhance that population's quality of life and overall well-being.
Thank you, Omar. So, guys, I just want to talk a little bit more about this event as Omar discussed. Just to confirm, there'll be full details coming shortly of ticket information that will be dropping in September, and also the ease of accessibility and entry into the country. There will be an official press conference on the first week of September in Saudi Arabia, London and New York with Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. Of course, I read several reports yesterday. Both fighters have signed for this rematch fight. All the governing bodies have been told and confirmed by both sides the dates and the venue for this event as well. And we will be moving forward to give you full details of those press conferences in due course. Like I said, Saudi Arabia will be the first press conference, London and New York in early September, and that will be confirmed shortly. In terms of the undercard, in terms of the experience, expect the very, very best, as always, from us. We've got huge interest from our fighters wanting to be part of this event. Fighters from the US, fighters from the UK, who are desperate to be part of this iconic moment on December the 7th in Riyadh, in Diriyah, and we cannot wait to get this underway. We, as a team, travel there next week to start looking at the stadium, to start looking at the hotels, the infrastructure, the gyms as well, and we cannot wait because we've been there, we've seen it before with the World Boxing Super Series, and this is just on a whole nother level as well. So the point of today is not just to hear from us, but both of us available to you guys to answer your questions. and to get the message to fight fans that this is going to be an event you will never ever forget. We advise travelling fans to make sure you attend this event, experience this event, experience Saudi Arabia, and also if you're watching at home, like I said, great news for UK fight fans. 9 p.m. start time on Sky Sports box office. This is going to be an incredible event, incredible experience, and both of us are going to be available to answer your questions in due course. Thank you for coming today, and we look forward to giving you further updates in the next week or so regarding the press conferences upcoming. Thank you.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else.